Cavaliers select LeBron James. Denver Nuggets select Carmelo Anthony. Anthony for three.
I want my damn respect too.
We're both going into our 19th season. I mean, that's very, there's not too many people that can say that.
Major apologies for the delay when it comes to the show, but we're going to do this thing one way or another. We're going to keep it consistent until we find that level of consistency to work with. But you guys are now rocking with the best. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm 7 Mitchell. Salute to everybody out there. We're actually live streaming this morning's show on the YouTube channel for the Best of 7 Sports Talk. If you're not familiar, links will be in the description. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Check out all the exclusive content that we provide for the NBA. A lot of stories to talk about today, so buckle up. It's about to go down. I'm going all over the place because, again, we got news coming out of Los Angeles, New York, Milwaukee, Toronto, Miami. It's all over the place when it comes to the NBA. So buckle up. Get yourselves together. Once again, I appreciate you guys. Just give me 1 second. We're going to tap in because I want to start this thing off with a story about Anthony Davis and shooting the 3 ball. We're going to get into that in 1 second. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. So Anthony Davis, the LA Lakers superstar, he is not going to let this slow start that he's had deter him from shooting the 3-point ball. AD explained that he can help stretch the floor to open things up for LeBron and Russ and THT to drive to the basket. Now, according to Anthony Davis, this is what Anthony Davis had to say about him shooting 3-pointers, even though he's struggling. AD said he's going to continue to shoot the ball from 3, win or lose, whether it goes in or not. I think that opens up the floor for my teammates to get downhill. And it also opens it up for me to get in the paint when guys run out and closing out on the 3-point shot. I'm just trying to be effective at all 3 levels on the floor, and it really was going for me tonight against Detroit. Now, AD, he did hit both of his 3-point shots in that game, but he struggled from 3-point range for the whole season in its entirety. And we know that AD has a perimeter game. But when we look at the makeup of what the Lakers have this year, we're not talking 2020. We're talking about this year. I think it seems more fit for AD to get more presence in the interior, in the post, like he's supposed to, being a big man, than consistently having that ball in his hand, 15, 18 feet away from the basket, squared up to the rim, dribbling, crossing over, pulling up perimeter shots. I just don't think that chemistry is going to work for this particular, lineup that they have. Atlanta is in the building. Salute to my brother, Atlanta, since 82, checking in. But AD says that he's still going to go ahead and pull up the 3 regardless of what no one else says. The 8-time All-Star, he's shooting just 21% from beyond the 3-point line this year, which is way off of his career average. AD normally shoots 31% from 3. That's kind of good for a big man. But he's only shooting 21% from the field this year. When he was healthy back in the 2019-2020 season, AD shot, I believe, a career high from the 3, 33%. And that was one of the reasons why the Lakers were able to pull it off in the bubble and win that championship. Right now, the Lakers are 11-11. They won 2 of their last 3 games since LeBron has returned from the suspension, but now LeBron is out for 10 days at least with this healthy and safety protocol thing. I don't know if LeBron has COVID or what's going on specifically with LeBron James, but LBJ is going to be out for an extensive amount of time. On the season, Anthony Davis is averaging 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's putting up decent numbers. Don't get it twisted. I'm not here to really complain about AD. I just do not agree with the fact that you are so into yourself that you will not, that you really can't see the trees from the fire. Like, you belong down the bottom. I'm watching Frank Vogel and DeAndre Jordan go at it back and forth in the middle of a game. I told y'all Frankie V got to go. He has no control. Now, DeAndre Jordan, because he has no cachet, because he's new, he could be a victim of, of a casualty, and they could get rid of DeAndre Jordan. But this is just another example of Frank Vogel not having any control over this squad. I don't know what y'all think about Anthony Davis shooting the three. He has a jump shot, but I just feel like right now, the way the team is struggling and they still trying to find themselves, I think it would suit the Lakers better for AD to play the five. You're still going to get the three-point shot regardless. Joel Embiid, he gets his opportunities. The Joker, he gets his opportunities. Playing the five does not necessarily mean that you won't be able to, get your shit off from the three. The game by default has stretched out a little bit more, which will allow power forwards and centers to shoot those types of shots. The problem that we have right now with Anthony Davis is simply he's not making them. He's not making them. And he is looking at the generality of, if I shoot the three, it opens up the floor for the rest of my guys. But LeBron is hurt. Russell is playing better than he's played all year, but that still is a roller coaster experiment with Russell Westbrook. So we need Anthony Davis, regardless of what he has as far as a total skill set. We need him to put his best foot forward and provide the Lakers fans with the best thing that he can offer right now. And to me, that's interior post presence on the defensive end and banging down low on the offense. Now, I've seen people act like Anthony Davis is a softie, injury prone. He don't like to bang. These are things that have went over Anthony Davis' head. And I think because he's able to, bring the ball down the court. AD used to play point guard in high school. Because he has a little bit of court vision, because he has a jump shot, sometimes it seems like he feels like he's one of those Kevin Durant types of guys, in that he can really do anything he wants on the floor, dribbling, being a floor general. We've seen key moments where AD has been able to perform at that level, but we're not seeing the consistency now, and I'm not sure if that's what the Lakers really need from Anthony Davis at this point. You got Rajon Rondo on the team. There's no other floor general, in my opinion, in the NBA outside of Rajon, other than LeBron or maybe Chris Paul. We can argue a couple other names, but Rajon is one of the top floor generals. Basketball IQ is unbelievable. You got him. Russell Westbrook, to me, is a fake point guard, but you got THT. You got Kendrick Nunn. So you got some guys that can bring the ball up the floor. I don't think that responsibility needs to be in AD hand. AD is not LeBron. We know LeBron will play the point forward all day, every day. AD can do it, but we need AD to run his ass down below, getting that block. That's a super fact, man. Definitely the last of a dead breed. We got a lot of basketball left, I'm not going to lie, but it just doesn't look good. To me, it doesn't look good. Now, multiple league sources. Let's take this thing out to New York with the Knicks. Kemba Walker, he's out of the rotation for New York. Tom Thibodeau had announced he's not sure if this is going to be a permanent move. They're still trying to iron some things out. But Kemba Walker, who's from the New York area, who played in Madison Square Garden, I believe in college or in high school, this was supposed to be his return home. And it just has not played out well for him at all. Now he is completely out of rotation. We have Derrick Rose already in New York, who is hurt. Him and Kemba is just not going to work. If you bring John Wall to New York, does that increase the chances of the Knicks doing anything this year? I don't think so. I think this would be a bad look either way. If you keep Kemba, like ATL said, it's not a good fit. If you keep Kemba, it's not going to work. If you bring on John Wall and Derrick Rose, when healthy, these are two of the fastest, two of the quickest point guards that we've seen in NBA history. Slashing, getting in the paint. Like those guys, when they were healthy, were unbelievably quick. And New York is young. They're surrounded by some young guys. Julius Randle seems to be the best player they have. But I don't think that John Wall is what they actually need to be successful in coming out of the East. With or without him, I don't see the Knicks going to the finals or anything like that. But if you're not going to keep Kemba Walker in rotation, to me, it only makes sense for you to go try to get some shooters. Who's out there, I'm not quite sure. But there have been talks, according to league sources, that the Knicks are looking to trade Kemba, possibly to Houston, for John Wall. Now, the problem with John Wall in Houston, John Wall wants to play, he wants to start, and he wants the opportunity to maintain the starting position, which I think is fair. John Wall is a great player when healthy. Houston wants John Wall to come off the bench as they are looking to build around their young guys. And this makes absolutely no sense to me because John Wall is the best player on your team. He kept his mouth shut when the Rockets had that issue with James Harden. Remember, when Boogie and John Wall first came to Houston, Houston was in the middle of an issue with James Harden. Harden didn't want to play with them anymore. John Wall, though, credit to him, he kept his head down for the most part. He didn't really speak that much on that matter. He really was just focused on playing. He's dealt with injuries. Now, Boogie is gone. Boogie is now with Milwaukee. We saw Boogie last night, him and Giannis. That was a great game last night. We can talk about that with Milwaukee getting that close win over Charlotte. But John Wall, to me, for the last couple years, seemed to be solid. I don't know why the Rockets would do him like that or sabotage his potential success because I think John Wall still got a lot of good basketball remaining in him. The Houston Rockets are no damn threat to do shit in the Western Conference or the NBA at large. So it bugs me out why the fuck Houston would sabotage John Wall's potential to get signed somewhere else because if he's not going to be playing, no one is going to be able to get any type of sample size or see what the hell John Wall still has left in the tank. And at this point in the game, that's the biggest thing. Now, the analytics and the analysts and the commentators and all that, they're going to talk about John Wall's contract as far as how much money he's still owed. And I get it because this is a business. And John Wall is not an old guy. So I don't see Houston trying to buy him out, cutting his contract in half. I don't think John Wall would take that. That's like what? 20, 30, 40 million dollars John Wall could be losing in a buyout. And he's a young boy. So maybe John Wall would rather sit on a damn bench and collect his money. But that's not a champion. And I feel like John Wall still got something left in him. Generally, teams do try to focus on building in the draft or building from around the draft and their picks. And, if they're working young, I get it. But Houston has no win. The Rockets have no legs in this fight. Their rookies that they are focused on building around is not going to get them in any type of postseason play, in my opinion, anytime soon. So why not bring John Wall on, allow him to start? If you want to adjust a deal with his minutes because you want to, that's fine. Give that man his opportunity that he's asking for. Hopefully he can show something that by the time the All-Star break happens, a team could have a package together that may fit these young boys in Houston. I just totally disagree with the Rockets not allowing John Wall to start. I just totally disagree with the Rockets not allowing John Wall to start. They don't have a point guard that's better than John Wall. You're focusing on your young guys, but you're not going anywhere. I think you're cutting off your nose to spite your face by not allowing John Wall to get on the court, show other teams what he still has left, and have them create a package deal to try to get him out of Houston because you don't want him. You don't want him. You pretty much lost James Harden for nothing. You don't want to lose John Wall for nothing. You lost, pretty much Boogie for nothing. Russell Westbrook for nothing. The whole Houston Rockets, man, that's something we probably had to focus on. It seemed like they are definitely going downhill. But I don't know, man. I'm just real disappointed that John Wall is not getting the opportunities that he's asking for. And I'm afraid that when they decide to pull the trigger, if they don't trade John Wall, when they decide to pull the trigger and allow him to start, the Rockets are going to be so much in a hole when it comes to wins and losses. It ain't going to make a damn difference. The perception is that John Wall is starting or running a ball club that can't win games. So JW, in a sense, to me, is in a lose-lose situation. But, we're just going to have to see. Time will definitely tell. But I'd rather see John Wall out of Houston because, he wants to play. He's not demanding to be sent out of Houston, and that's another thing. He wants to play, and he wants to prove that he can start, and he wants the opportunity to keep the starting job. He doesn't want anything handed to him. So with everything that the Rockets have went through these last couple of years, it just amazes me why they are so gung-ho on making him come off of the bench. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm Seven Mitchell. Once again, we are live streaming from the YouTube channel, Best of 7 Sports Talk. Full podcasts available every Thursday. We definitely have episodes dropping every day of the week when it comes to the NBA here on the Best of 7. So definitely appreciate you guys' support. Thank you guys very much. Working on getting some consistency, man. I'm working on getting a co-host that we can bring you guys some consistent, hot topic content when it comes to the NBA. Do apologize for this extensive delay. I don't think we've done a full show here on the Best of 7 in about 3 weeks. I try to allow people to get in where they fit in and give them some times. I know it's the holidays, but this is a big deal to us NBA fans. We love to talk the NBA. There's a lot of news going down in the association. So we really can't afford to be missing shows and podcast episodes for weeks and months at a time. Salute to Detroit. Augustus is in the building, man. Definitely appreciate you stopping past. Greetings from the D. Just chopping it up, man. Going over some of the hottest topics that's happening in the NBA. Now, the NBA yesterday, it looks like Chicago and Miami, the Heat and the Bulls, they're going to forfeit their next available second-round draft picks over findings in that probe in the early contract issue with Lonzo Ball and Kyle Lowry. Remember that sign and trade deal that sent Kyle Lowry from Toronto to Miami and Lonzo from New Orleans to Chicago? There was a lot of questions and there was an investigation within that whole trade deal, and it took some time, but it looked like some things were done that was not supposed to be. And both the Bulls and the Heat are going to forfeit their next second-round draft picks following this investigation. Now, Chicago, the way they are being constructed, I don't think this will hurt them, depending on who's available in the draft. I don't think they're looking to build in the draft. They got a solid 3-4 people right now with DeMar, Lonzo, and Zach LaVine, just to name a few. But overall, Miami, and I had Miami going to the finals this year. When we did our early bird predictions at the beginning of the season, I had Miami going because I like the additions that they had made in the offseason. I'm not a big Kyle Lowry fan, But I had liked the addition at the time. I liked the addition of PJ Tucker from the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks over to Miami. Still brings that grit, that toughness. You still got Jimmy Butler. Tyler Hero was coming into his own. You still got Bam Adebayo. The Miami organization is always, for the most part, tried to be a winning franchise, the culture, the environment. I thought Miami would be dangerous this year, especially with Kyrie not playing in Brooklyn. I wasn't so sold that Milwaukee would be playing great. So I had Miami. Now there's stories that Kyle Lowry is already talking about going back to Toronto and signing a one-day contract before he retires. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Yo, Seven, this is not nothing new. Players all the time go back to franchises that they used to play for, sign a one-day contract just so they can retire under that organization. Generally, I'm not mad at that. But what the hell is going on with Kyle Lowry? It's apparent that he misses home. And I'm not trying to hear shit other than that. We're not even 2-3 months into the new season. He just got sent from Toronto to Miami. And you're already talking about retirement. You're already talking about planning to resign with the team that just let you go for optics reasons. Your whole focus right now should be the Miami Heat. Conversations about retiring and, where you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, that makes absolutely no sense so early into this season. For a player of Kyle Lowry's stature, who does have hardware thanks to Kawhi, but you're going in Miami. Miami is similar to LA in the aspect that when LeBron first went to the Lakers fans didn't really give a shit about what LeBron did in the past, how successful he was in Miami or how successful he was in Cleveland. The Lakers had Kobe and Shaq and Magic and Wilt. It's all about what you do for us. Miami is similar. They're not going to be gung-ho impressed about Kyle Lowry winning that championship in 2019, or was it 2019 with Toronto? Everybody know Kawhi was one of the main, pieces in that, formula for that to be successful. Kyle Lowry has to come put his head down and be blue collar and get in that grind like Jimmy Butler and the rest of the guys in Miami. That should be it. So I'm looking at the comments of Kyle talking about going back to Toronto, retiring and all that. Like I said, it's not like that's something brand new. But like my brother Augustus just said, he just got to Miami. We haven't even got to the All-Star break. We haven't even got to the Christmas games yet, bro. And he's already talking about retiring, or he's already talking about going back to the team who he just parted ways from. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It may not be a big deal to most, but I just didn't like that comment coming from Kyle Lowry. I just think the focus should strictly be on what you have to go on in Miami, because in reality, Miami has a shot to really make some noise in the Eastern Conference this year. KD, we watched the Brooklyn Nets. They beat the Knicks the other night, but, I've just never been sold that Brooklyn was going to walk away with the Larry O'Brien trophy, even with Kyrie, because I feel like if you don't have a solid defensive presence, this is not the NFL where it's one and done. You're not going to win a playoff series, a significant playoff series, without having some type of defensive presence. I don't give a shit how many points you can score. Case in point, the 2016 Golden State Warriors. We can say on paper that KD, Kyrie, James Harden could average 120 points a game. That's fine. But you better believe that they are also giving up 115, 120 points a game. KD is a pretty good defender, but KD is never known to be a lockdown defender. Kyrie is never known to be a lockdown defender, nor has James Harden. So you guys are talking about chemistry on the offensive end. I've never been sold on the defense. That's why I put Miami above Brooklyn. The Bucks, to me, are playing better this year than last year. Giannis is coming into his own all over again. They just picked up Boogie Cousins to add some additional size. And even though we just talked about this and it's going to be far-fetched because of the contract, John Wall could wind up in Miami or Milwaukee. Now imagine John Wall rejoining Boogie, but playing with Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday and Giannis over there in Milwaukee. I think that puts Milwaukee, even though John Wall generally you wouldn't think is that much of a game changer, I think that puts Milwaukee atop of the East by far. You put John Wall with Milwaukee right now as constructed, we could be looking at back-to-back champions. You put John Wall over there in Miami, I don't know if it could work because there's a lot of different personalities, but I like it. I like it. So I don't know, man. It's just so much going on in the NBA. A lot of potential stories, a lot of potential moves. You know, the biggest thing I think that. So I don't know, man. It's just so much going on in the NBA. A lot of potential stories, a lot of potential moves. You know, the biggest thing I think that we have seen so far in these first couple months of the 75th season of the NBA, injuries can make or break your whole game plan. We've always dealt with injuries. Every year someone gets hurt. But it seemed like these last 2 years, y'all, if you are really fans of the NBA, if you've really been following the NBA, you can't tell me that the injury bug has not had more impact as of late than ever before. Look at all of our top superstars within the last 3 years that has been out for extensive period of times. Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Joel Embiid. I mean, you name it. Greek Freak, I don't think Giannis has had to deal with too many injuries. You know, Kawhi Leonard. You understand what I'm saying? It's just the injury bug has really allowed a lot of teams to, because shit, I don't think Phoenix, the shout out to the Suns. I know the Suns got tied for the best record in the NBA right now. I don't think Phoenix would have went to the finals last year. I don't think Milwaukee would have went to the finals last year if it wasn't for injuries. We know LeBron and them was banged up. They got beat in the first round by Phoenix. We saw that monster matchup between Brooklyn and Milwaukee. You know, Brooklyn was down. Kyrie and James Harden really wasn't 100% at all. Injuries played a huge role in how a champion was presented last year. And I think it's just rearing its ugly head again. Injuries are becoming such a big deal in the association. Salute to my bro Scrub in the building. Salute, man. Good to see you. Happy holidays, man. It's definitely been a minute. I'm real excited, man. I'm excited for everything that's happening so far in the NBA. Like I said, a lot of trending topics, a lot of news, a lot of stories. We're not even at the Christmas break yet, you know, but injuries, again, have shaken things up. And I don't know how this shit is going to play out. But this is the Best of 7 Sports Talk, man. I'm Seven Mitchell, about to get up out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this Thursday. Hope you stay safe. We'll be back at it tomorrow, same time. Again, links will be in the description box if you guys would like to check out the full podcast. If you guys would like to follow us anywhere on social media, if you guys would like to join our Facebook Sports Debate group, we talk about sports, chopping it up, debating the NBA 24/7, 365. Links will be in the description. Make sure you guys get yourself some Best of 7 Sports Talk merchandise. I'll put the link for our new merchandise line in the description box as well. Christmas is around the corner. Make sure you guys cop yourself some merchandise from the Best of 7 Sports Talk store. Again, you are now rocking with the best. I'm about to get up out of here. It's time to get into some breakfast. I'm Seven Mitchell. Y'all stay safe. I'll tap in with you guys a little bit later on today. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to get the notification when I go live again. Hope you guys stay safe. Have a great day. And we'll chop it up some more about the NBA later on when I come back. Salute to Augusta St. Troy, my bro Scrub Zero. Big up to everyone that came through to the live stream. Atlanta since 82, my guy. Y'all stay safe, man. I'm out again. I got here. Peace. All right, man. Peace to my NBA family. It's your host, Seven Mitchell, with the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I just wanted to take this time out to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for so much support for the podcast. I hope you guys are really enjoying some of the outside the box angles we take, bringing you in these NBA storylines. Please don't forget to like and share. Most importantly, rate the podcast. You can follow us on social media. All the links will be in the description. And if you would like to contribute to the Best of 7 Sports Talk platform, we have merchandise available, as well as links for the merch, and donations will be all in the description. Once again, thank each and every one of you guys in the NBA community for supporting the show. This is Seven Mitchell with the Best of 7 Sports Talk. Let's talk some NBA action.